Let you know. Episode 126, I think, of the Goodfellas podcast. 1 second. Yeah, episode 126 of the Goodfellas podcast. Shout out to my boy Boxing First Vlog. Go over to his channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You got some good numbers in your last live, Blunt. Did you see
Oh
the?
man, yeah. No, I'm just working, bro. I ain't really. I'm doing it for the love of the sport. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to chase nothing down. You know, maybe a bag. That's about it. But I really do everything I do for the love of the sport. And then if folks tap in, I salute those people. You know what I mean? All
Yeah,
facts.
like the last Goodfellas podcast done more. I think it done as much numbers on your channel as it done on our channel. What people don't know is that we stream the podcast on, I think, in 7, 8 different destinations. So if you don't see a lot of views on it, YouTube, we get views on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Blunt's channel, Blunt's Facebook. So it's kind of distributed evenly in multiple different places. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you have tuned in, if you do tune in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share, definitely. The topic today is obviously Golovkin Canelo. So we're just previewing the fight today. I think Jeff's gonna come in at some point.
Give me a second.
It's no problem.
Never mind. I'll do it myself, right? Because I got
Let
to
me
do
put this
everything
feed on
myself
you.
around.
So with um with the Canelo Golovkin fight, everybody knows this is probably one of the biggest fights of the year. Canelo Golovkin 3. You always get this is supposed to be a historical fight. Last live stream we were talking about super fights, and I think we can all agree that just from a historical value and the reputation of both fighters, Canelo and Golovkin, that you can put this fight in the category of super fight, mega fight. Just because of the historical value and the historical side of the thing. I don't know where Blunt's gone. I just keep talking it up. But yeah, I did have a look at the undercard. It's got some good fighters on it. Pacheco's on it. Amo Williams versus Conway's on it. That's a good fight. You also have Bam Bam. He's on it. Probably one of the best fighters on form right now, between him and Charlo and maybe Devin Haney, just in terms of their actual form, and maybe Dimitri Bivol. But yeah, that's a good undercard, a solid undercard. And to be fair, you expect these mega fights like Canelo, especially back in the day when Floyd used to fight, not to have such a massive undercard. But this is a DAZN pay-per-view, so we'll see what kind of numbers it does. What do you think, Blunt?
I like the undercard, man. After doing some homework on the matchups, I keyed in on that Amo Williams
Conway.
Conway fight.
So,
Yeah, and I think that's a big test for this young cat, man. We're gonna really find out where he's at in the game. And then if you really look across the landscape of boxing, them boys down in Aussie, they be busy on Thursdays, bro. I mean, I think America misses a lot of good fights just based on the fact that we so regional with just our love. Like, we got to expand our love for the sport, bro, because there's some great fights across the board, man. So, I'm tapping in. I'm heavy on Instagram, extra busy because, they shut me down on Twitter. Not permanently, but we'll get back with them. I ain't begging nobody for nothing. So I'm busy on the gram. I'm bringing everybody the odds, reasons why I'm looking at, these betting tips, man. So get the bag with us too, man. So tap in to G5JeffTV.com. Go to the prediction league, man. It's totally free. So you winning just to get in and trying. You feel me? Like, you can be guessing and still win a bag. So get in, man. Take your chance. Get some bragging rights. You're going up against the best anyway. But yeah, as far as the topic though, bro, Triple G, the card is good. It's worth the buy. Definitely worth the buy.
Are you gonna pay for
it? Yeah. I gotta get right this weekend, man. I missed out on a couple of fights past few months, going through some things. But we back in the groove, you know what I mean? We back in fifth gear, moving like we supposed to. So I'm definitely gonna tap in.
How much is it?
From what I know, I think they charge the same rate, but I think they really start at like $59.99 and they go up. But this one could be a $79.99. You know what I mean? That traditional $85, close to $100 sort of
I mean,
pay-per-view
if it
because the
is,
card
then
is so heavy.
I mean, if it is, then I'll be disappointed because the Zone said they ain't gonna do pay-per-views, and then the fact that they are a subscription company that's doing a pay-per-view at $89, that'll be disappointing.
But I don't think that you could just get it on the Zone. So I think they're expanding their distribution from other platforms to be able to reach out and get that extra money. You see what I'm saying? So
No, but I
everybody
just
don't
don't.
want to. I
If you
get
want to
what
do
you're
a
saying. You don't
pay-per-view,
want to
but then the
pay.
price point
Yeah,
isn't.
yeah, I get what you're saying. That's why I said it could be like a $59.99, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because then you average out whatever that person paid for the month plus the $59.99.
Exactly,
That's
exactly,
that's a tradition. So it
exactly.
could be that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. So I hadn't got back on my Dazan subscription, but I'm doing that this weekend. So I'll catch back up, like I said. But as far as what I can remember about Dazan, it just the past ones was like AJ, I think it was, that they put a little extra something on the side to really see that fight. So they could, like I said, it could be like $49.99, $59.99, but they'll still be winning though. And it's a good move. You got to diversify your portfolio, man. So can't be stuck in the same.
And you're still going with Golovkin to win?
Yes, I like Golovkin to win. I can explain why.
Please.
Easy, you know what I'm saying? First of all, you're looking at a dude that's 40 years old. But if you look at the time off he's had in between these fights, it's no wear and tear. It's not like you got a guy an older guy fluctuating with his weight, things like that. So there's a lot of just being in a natural groove at 40 that there's a positive for Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? He also has big momentum on his side. Big momentum. He's actually coming off a fight where he beat the big man. Just saying. Just saying.
But he's never fought at 68 before.
But this a catch weight. It ain't completely 68. This shit, I think it's like 64.
No, isn't it 68? It's at
Man, I
68.
got the check. Shit. Again, all on his side. Because it's not like he walking around at 160 pounds. So it's closer to his natural walking around weight. More comfortable, easier to make. Again, less wear and tear on the body. If you see the pic of your boy on the gram, he dropped a bucket of water out of one leg, bro. One leg with the fucking sweatsuit on. And that's the whole plastic joint. That's what I mean, sweatsuit, a real sweatsuit. He dropped a bucket. So, bro, you up and down with your weight like that, that's a strike against you. And we not even getting into the style yet. So everything I brought up had nothing to do with the style clash. So I'm on the side of underdogs this whole boxing week.
My issue is the wear and tear. That is my issue. How much has Golovkin aged?
Who you think aged? That's my point. Who do you actually think aged more since their second fight? Be honest.
If you asked me before the Murata fight, I would have said Golovkin all day. But then I watched the Murata fight, and then he looked real good in the Murata fight. Golovkin looked real good in the Murata fight. It's the best I've ever seen him in a long time, probably since Canelo won. And
but
I don't
Shane,
know if that's because of how bad Murata is or how good Golovkin is.
Okay, so Murata was undefeated before that fight. Am I correct?
No, one loss, but he avenged the loss.
Again, undefeated.
Why do you say he still had a loss, but he avenged it?
If you avenge a loss, I go back to you having a donut again. That's just the way I think, because it's a hiccup. It's like you trip. You know how to walk, but sometimes you trip. It's like, oh damn. So if you don't trip again for another, the rest of your career, so to speak, or up to this point before this Triple G fight.
I think Murata does deserve credit. I'm just gonna say the reason why I kind of agree with you in this instance is because he lost to Rob Brandt on points, and then he rematched Rob Brandt and knocked him out in the second round. So,
yeah, that's the boy that what's the name got to? What ain't it? The guy from Top Rank now, Janabak. Yeah. That, I mean, Janabak caught him at the right time. He was definitely on the backside.
Credit to Murata. He did run it back, and he ran it back and won by knockout. So I do understand what Blunt's saying. You know, even though he did take a loss, he ran it back and he won by stoppage. But in my opinion,
But
I
so
don't.
still answer the question though. Back to the original question. Who honestly is either Triple G or it's Canelo? So it's just give me a straight answer, Shane.
I
Who
straight
has
answer.
aged more?
Straight answer. I think Golovkin. I have to say Golovkin.
Why? Because he's just naturally 8 years older, 7.5,
Yeah,
8 years older.
yeah. Because he's naturally 8 years older. But then, what is it? Canelo had what? 4 fights in one calendar year. So again, how much wear and tear has those fights had on him? I don't know. But
Fluctuation in
he
weight
didn't
too,
look he
bro.
didn't look that good in the Bivol fight neither. He looked terrible
He
in the Bivol fight.
looked terrible in the Plant fight. Terrible.
Did he
Come
look
on,
did
bro.
he look terrible? He didn't look great in the Plant fight.
Okay, so all right, I'll go with that. He looked terrible in the Bivol fight, and everybody say because of the size. I thought it was just because of the style and the intelligent way that Bivol fought, and he used his advantage to his advantage. So
But
that's
then does
intelligence to
Golovkin
me.
if this was a Golovkin, if this was the Golovkin that fought in the second time, I would pick Golovkin. But I'm not so sure how Golovkin's wear and tear has been. I'm just leaning towards Canelo for this fight. I do think it's closer than people think, though, because I spoke to someone today and they were saying, oh, Canelo's just going to win. It's going to be a stoppage for Canelo. I'm like, I'm not so sure because I do think the fluctuation in weight, I do think the constant fight activity, you know, he had 4 fights in one calendar year. You know, I think he had Callum Smith, um, what's the other? Yildirim, Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant, and then Bivol after that. You know, so he's
So
had
he
quite
had one tough fight in the past 5 fights since his 2 fight real scrap, real down and greasy type of bout with Golovkin. He been on a cupcake run, so to speak. Better European tour than the Beatles. I'm just telling you that I mean historical European tour right there. So the wear and tear to me is not actually from the ring. If we want to talk Canelo again, I can only go back to him fluctuating in weight, all of this nonsense where he wants to be a bigger guy. Obviously, he was trying to put on weight if he wanted to fight a cruiserweight in whatever, I forget the African boy name, but if you wanted to fight him, obviously you were in the midst of putting on weight. Makabu. So if you wanted to fight him, you were in the midst of putting on weight. Am I correct?
Facts.
So you're fluctuating in weight. That's going against you when real competition comes into the ring.
But I
It
still don't know
happens
how
all
good
the time, bro.
Golovkin is. I don't know how good Golovkin is.
Man, you know how good Golovkin is, Shane? What he showed you the last time he fought, that's how good he is. That's all you can go with.
So let me ask you a question. How does Golovkin win? By stoppage or on points?
I see Golovkin winning on points. I think
So
he
you
can
think
get it.
the judges are going to give it to Golovkin?
And you know, I'm going to tell you why. Because I think Canelo is set regardless on where he's at. Like how AJ is. Win or lose, everybody just going to pay to see AJ. He the greatest thing since they sliced bread. All right. Okay, all you fanboys and you jockstrap, individuals, I get it. Love your peoples. But what I'm saying is, I think the judges are going to recognize boxing instead of the marquee name, quote unquote. You understand what I'm talking about? And intelligent boxing usually comes from older, craftier fighters, such as your B Hops and your guys like that. So I just got to go with Golovkin because, again, he went on the road way to Japan to dude's backyard and handled business. So kudos. You tell me you put that up against a track down of a track star in Caleb Plant, which was terrible. He had to wait for he had to wait for Plant to get tired to catch him. So you showed me nothing with cutting the ring off, any intelligent boxing, as far as like, you know what I mean, really setting something up, getting Plant to fall into something, getting Plant to do something different. He never did anything. So again, Yildirim. We don't want to talk about that. Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders was getting at him until Billy Joe Saunders wanted again, like you spoke on the other day, sit down and act like he was ready to trade. Stop doing that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not seeing Golovkin do that. He might be talking that.
What was a clear indication of what Blunt's talking about was, you remember when Canelo got backed up against the ropes against Bivol, and you can clearly see Canelo's waiting. Canelo is one of the worst fighters. I swear to God, for an elite fighter, he's one of the worst fighters at setting up attacks. He waits for you to throw punches. Like, you can see when he's backed up against the ropes, he's literally trying to wait for Bivol to give him something so he can attack and counter off. Like, and there's a time when Bivol was just shaking his head like, no, bro, I ain't going close to you. I'm keeping you at the end of the stick. And Canelo literally looked like he had he could do nothing. He literally looked like there was nothing he could do to draw Bivol in. And Canelo is one of the worst fighters. I wish you know what I'm talking about, Blunt. Do you remember that?
You know, I know what you're talking about. I'm just hoping.
Do you remember
yes,
that part
I do. I watched that fight. Yeah, I remember that when he was trying to, like, he was hoping that the fighter's natural, come forward style would feed into what he was doing instead of actually setting it up. Like, take a step forward, then fall back. You might actually get him to push that jab a little further out than he usually does. Then you could catch him. Again, no signs of true intelligence inside the ring, outside of being one of the best training boxers. You put his video out on training, and that shit gonna hit like a pop song. So I give him all of that. Great trainer. Great training videos, good skills, basic skills of boxing, bro. I think it's just a mediocre start at this point in his career, bro. So unless
the issue with me is I just don't know how much Golovkin can exploit the weaknesses that I've seen in Canelo. Like, Canelo's always had slow feet. We saw that in the Lara fight. We saw that in the Trout fight, the Floyd fight. He's always had slow feet. He's always.
But we seen. Hold up, I can counter that right from the Ramada fight. The in and out, picking and choosing the proper times to let off a combination, or the proper time to sneak a one-shot deal in, an eye-catching shot, still get out of there. You see what I'm saying? Like, he was tying up correctly in that fight. I saw he got caught once or twice, but that's going to happen in boxing. But for an older man to absorb that power from a bigger, taller, stronger, a younger guy, kudos. So Canelo not stinging like that, bro. I don't see Canelo stinging like that, bro. Plant had to fall over. Plant literally tripped because his kickstand fell, and he fell off the bike. Like, he was riding, and then his kickstand just dropped, and he hit the pedal, and he fell over, bro. So I'm just saying, bro.
What my brother just said. What about the body shots? And I agree, bro. The body shots with Canelo that will land on Golovkin. He got hit with some big body shots against Derevianchenko, and he almost got stopped in that fight.
That was some years ago, and that was, again, coming off the wars that he had against Canelo. So you had to give Derevianchenko just a slight look in that fight based on history. So when you analyzing boxing, bro, you just can't say, oh, this, that, and the third. There's a reason for this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to bring you guys the reasons for this, that, and the third. So for that situation where Derevianchenko had good times in that fight, so to speak, you got to give credit to Canelo for putting a man through a couple of wars. Derevianchenko reaped the benefits and looked good in that fight. Continued to get himself a bag inside of boxing with that loss. You know what I'm saying? So just saying, bro, you got to know why these things are happening. Explain to people why these things are happening. Not that Derevianchenko's not a good fighter, but he's not elite, because you can see what happened against Charlo and other guys. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to Derevianchenko. He might still get a look. You know what I'm saying? Because the middleweight division starting to me seem to heat up under the surface a little bit. You got some traction going on, and guys like Derevianchenko could get a look and get another big fight.
It's interesting for me. It's interesting for me because I'm leaning towards Canelo to win this fight. But as you say, that you're only as good as your last performance, and Golovkin's performance was terrific. Canelo's performance was horrific, and that is the issue. Canelo's last performance was horrific. I wouldn't even rate that 4 out of 10. Whereas Golovkin's last performance was a solid 8.5 out of 10. It was solid. So you're only as good. But I just don't know when you match those styles up. Again, I do agree with Blunt again when he says the rest and the recuperation for Golovkin. You know, he took a year out of the ring, and it did definitely do him benefits. You could clearly see the benefits, but Canelo's a different animal, bro. He's a different
No,
animal.
he's not, bro. What type of animal is Canelo? Like an animal that eats cupcakes? Come on, my dude, stop it, bro. Just please, you're killing me over here.
So you don't give him credit for the win. You don't give him credit for the Plant win or for the Saunders win.
I don't give him credit for the past 5 fights, bro. I give him credit for trying to take on Bivol. I think it was a situation where his back was against the wall and he had to really show why they gave him all that money. You see what I'm saying? So I think that was a business move. Like you got to do it, bro. Like you in the room with the suits. You ain't telling the suits no. You know what I'm saying? These the capos and this the underbosses and all of that. You ain't telling them no. So they don't care about all that Instagram shit. They care about what's going on with the money and how is it looking? How is it moving? You know what I'm saying? So you got to go earn that. We need that. We need you in there with a big name. We can't keep paying you $20 million for these cupcakes, man. These some expensive cupcakes, bro. So I'm just saying. Jeff, it's good to see you, bro.
What's going on? What the hell did I stumble into, yo?
We're talking about Golovkin Canelo. He thinks Golovkin's gonna win the fight, and I'm not saying he's wrong for thinking that. And we both could be completely misleading it, and Canelo goes in there and just walks through Golovkin. I don't see that, but I'm just saying, like, I see Canelo winning the fight, but I feel he's gonna have difficult moments. I just feel like I don't know how. I think in the latter part of the fight, I don't know how the body shots and how well Golovkin is gonna hold up down the stretch.
I guess I got a question for both of y'all. Just in general, have y'all heard anyone say that Canelo won both fights?
No.
Block.
Only true hardcore fanboys of Canelo would say that. Real boxing analysts could call both fights a draw, be honest. You know what I'm saying? But you can edge either guy in each one or two fights. You see what I'm saying? So I think the outcome of one in a draw is correct. We can settle it with this.
I'm not gonna cap. I thought when I watched the first Golovkin Canelo fight, I'll be honest, when I watched the first one, when I watched it live, I thought Canelo won. If anybody, no, I thought Golovkin won or it was a draw. So when they gave it a draw, I was like, draw isn't a robbery. I thought you could lean towards Golovkin or it's a draw. The second fight, I thought Canelo won that clearly. I thought Canelo won the second fight clearly.
I thought Golovkin won the first fight. I wasn't like throwing chairs or anything when they said it was a draw. Like, you know what I'm saying? The second fight was weird, yo, because I literally watched it 3 times and I scored it differently 3 times. I might have to go back and watch it again. Because I know live I thought Canelo won 7-5.
Me as well. Live, I thought Canelo won 8-4.
I thought he won 7-5. But my brain was a little clouded at the time because Triple G was talking all this, he wants Mexican style, and Canelo basically granted him Mexican style, and Triple G decided to box. So I said, you know what? Let me watch the second fight again, and let me take that out of my brain, and let me just analyze it round by round. So the second time I watched it, I thought it was a draw. The third time I watched it, I thought I had a Triple G 7-5. So I've been bouncing all over the place as far as that second fight is concerned. But I think it's gonna be a real interesting fight because both guys have question marks. Question marks.
What's the chances of a draw in this one in your guys' estimation?
0 chance.
Nah, I don't see it.
Even if they wanted to give it to him, The reason why they can't is because ain't no one want to see this fight for a fourth time.
And that's the reason why I don't think it's a draw. Like this
What?
is the nail in the coffin on the truth.
Can you answer a question for me, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
What's the weight for this?
168.
68.
So it's for the belts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's undisputed? Yeah. They ain't really marketing it like that. That's crazy.
Because nobody looks at Canelo as an actual undisputed fighter.
He's coming off a loss.
He's coming off a loss.
Yeah, but that was for somebody else's belt, bro. So that shit don't count. That's why when they went,
bro.
I know it counts on your record. I get it.
No, I'm talking about beyond the record, bro.
I get it.
He got almost wiped out, bro. He almost got wiped out.
I know this, bro. I'm being honest, but I'm just saying I'm trying to help defend the dude at the same time to make this fight worthy of what it should be worthy of. It's undisputed. It's undisputed. I mean, come on now.
I got another thing to say to you guys that we got to take into consideration. No Abel Sanchez. The first two fights he had Abel Sanchez. Golovkin had Abel Sanchez. Now he's got Jonathan Banks. Historically, Jonathan Banks likes his fighters to box on the back foot, box on the outside, in and out, in and out. Do you think that's
what he did to win? That's what he did to win against Ramada. That keeps your fighter from getting beat up too early where he ain't got nothing later as an older guy. So if you have him,
he's got the footwork to do that against Canelo. Canelo will just
but you just said earlier, Canelo footwork is terrible. So I come on. Shane.
No, it's true, but Canelo will at least apply pressure and sustained pressure. Like Golovkin isn't fleet. He's not got the footwork of like a Bivol to avoid danger for 12 rounds. He's gonna get caught in a war at some point, and those body shots are gonna take his toll.
I haven't. Shane, I could have sworn me and you watched both of them fights. The first two fights. I don't know how you're seeing it the way you're seeing it.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Canelo because it almost sounds like you want to say Canelo going to kind of walk through him. It's kind of like you walking that fine line. Like
yeah, no,
it sounds like that's what you want to say.
I think Canelo is going to walk down Golovkin.
I ain't never seen. He ain't walking down the first two fights, right?
But I think Canelo's feeling himself, bro. He tried to walk him down in the first fight, bro. Did he not fight off the wait. But didn't he in the second fight? Did he not come forward and walk forward in the second fight? He came forward in the second fight and walked forward.
Canelo's always gonna walk forward. It don't matter who it's against. He's always gonna walk forward. The problem is when it comes down to it, like it hasn't worked for long periods of time against Golovkin. Like as much as Golovkin, people talk about Golovkin's power and things like that, he does have a few layers to his game. He has a few layers to his game. So Canelo can't just go in there and do whatever he wants. And he ain't do whatever he want in the first two fights. I just think it's really.
I think we have to take the first two fights out of the equation because neither fighter is the same fighter.
Didn't I say that earlier? You can only go off of the past current, the current past. However you want to state that phrase, however you want to lay those two words together, that's what I can go off of. That's what's at the top of your resume, so to speak. So when you look at one fighter coming back down the weight, not again, you say not the greatest footwork, which I have to agree with. How has he looked tracking fighters down prior to that? Not good at all. So now, flip side, you got Triple G with the new trainer, showing a little bit of youth in his game, in and out. You know what I mean? Being smart, taking some time off, recouping, regenerating. A lot more positive things on the underdog side than there is on the favorite side. So how do these odds makers come up with these numbers? I have no idea. I think they need to tap in with me, and I'll help them fix these numbers, bro. Because I beat them to the punch. The numbers for this one, let me go on to them. Let me go on to them. You know, I'll
I
pull them
agree
up
with
real quick.
YSM 150%, man.
What is
Hit that damn
YSM
like
saying,
button.
man?
Hit the
Oh,
like
yes, sir. I
button. And I
appreciate
agree
you.
100%. Hit the
I
like
appreciate
button.
you, YSM. You see,
For
I be
sure.
tagging you on my work. I'm trying to get on your level, young buck. It's my young bull right there. He out there doing what it do. Let me get them numbers for you real quick though, family. Y'all just give me a second. Going to my Rolodex over here. That's old school for y'all young diaper dandies.
Rolodex. That should be at the top of your Rolodex.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You ain't seen me, man. I was working on some out of seas cards and doing my 1-2. I'm trying to, cover the whole realm of boxing. So I got you with the numbers coming up here shortly. Just give me a hot second. But nah, I covered a couple of underdogs I got for come on, man. Ooh, yeah. Plus 410 for Golovkin, minus 550 for Canelo, and that's the highest across the board.
Ooh, that's
plus
high.
what for Golovkin?
Plus 410. And you think I'm not gonna sprinkle something on that? Y'all done bumped y'all head twice in the same spot.
Golovkin's minus 550.
See how Golovkin wins this fight?
No, Saul is minus 550. Saul. Excuse me for using that word, sentiment.
All right, so I think I had this discussion with Shane before. It's been a while though. You say you don't see how Golovkin wins this fight. I don't. Can you kind of explain where your logic is on that?
I can't see him knocking Canelo out. That's the first thing. Can't see him knocking Canelo out. And to me, Canelo is a much more confident and conviction. He has much more conviction in his fighting style since the first two fights. And if you look at the trajectory of both fighters' career, obviously the Murata fight was a good fight for Golovkin, but generally speaking, I've seen more regression in Golovkin than I've seen in Canelo since those fights. I thought Canelo fought much better in the second fight than he did in the first fight, and I thought Golovkin fought much worse in the second fight than he did in the first fight. And then when you look at the fact that if I can't see Golovkin winning by knockout, he has to win by stop. He has to win on points. I can't see how he wins on points against Canelo when Bivol almost pitched a shutout against Canelo and he's still just about won on the cards.
Can I play devil's advocate real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. So the thing with Canelo, so there's a couple reasons why I think there's a chance that Triple G could win the fight. The first thing is it's kind of hard to judge Canelo's progression because of who he's been fighting. So for instance, so you take Billy Joe. Billy Joe's not gonna stand in front of him. He was on the move. Like so you're basically looking for Canelo to, track him down and land his shots, things like that. Same thing with Caleb Plant. And he didn't look exactly sharp in that fight. His last 3 or 4 fights, I haven't seen like vintage Canelo. Like, I think he's been on a decline a little bit, over the past maybe 3-4 fights beyond the competition. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to judge it.
That's why for me, it's a close fight. That's why it's a close fight. Because
you think it's a close fight?
Huh?
You think it's a close fight?
I think it's a close fight.
All right, fair enough. All right.
I think it's a close fight because the first 6 rounds, I can see Golovkin causing Canelo problems, landing some big punches, being in the pocket and almost getting Canelo to go in reverse. But I think eventually those body shots are going to start landing. And Golovkin, his age, the wear and tear on his body, it's going to take its toll in the latter half of the fight. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why. One reason, because motherfuckers are greedy, is why Triple G can win, because that will give us a 4th fight. Think about it.
But nobody wants it though.
Hell no.
They barely won the third
Okay.
fight.
Hell no.
Are we not here talking about it? Has it not been splashing all over the media? I
Bro,
mean, come on, bro.
Canelo is coming off a loss. If Canelo comes off bro, you just said it yourself, bro. 2 back-to-back losses
Canelo
to 2 different
losing.
fighters.
I'm trying to tell you though, as a boxing, I said it earlier. It doesn't matter. Canelo is like a shooting star. Him and AJ. These dudes could lose 4 fights in a row. They going to fight. These people going to pay for that shit, bro. I'm just saying.
Can I be a conspiracy theorist real quick? And you know that's not usually my lane, right? Is there something in Canelo's contract where that number that he was promised gets reduced if he loses?
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that.
No.
Of course not.
I'm just saying that I'm now.
Jeff,
if you're
my
Canelo,
shit makes more sense. My theory of it being a close fight based on Shane. Okay, if it's a close fight, you could give it to Triple G, enforcing a 4th fight.
It'll be a close fight for the first 8 rounds, 7 rounds. I think after that, Canelo's just gonna walk away with it.
I even got a problem with that because Canelo's gas tank ain't the best.
But I just think the wear and tear on Golovkin's body.
From what though?
Why? That's what I'm saying. Hold up. Can I get in here? You said he looked worse after the fights. He only had 2 fights after those 2 fights, bro. What are you saying? And he won one of those fights dominantly.
I mean wear and tear, I mean the wear and tear on his body after the first 6 rounds. Bro, when you're at a certain age, your recovery in fight also is affected as well, bro.
So how did he look in the late rounds against Ramada?
He didn't reach the late round. He knocked him out in the 5th round.
That's my point. Yeah. That's my point.
He ain't knocking Canelo out. He ain't knocking Canelo out.
I see him getting a knockdown. I see him getting a knockdown.
You must,
bro. I see him getting a knockdown. He might catch him like Canelo. Like I see it. This is the scenario I see a knockdown. Canelo being so greedy, he overreaching for one of them hooks, getting caught by, again, you said the stepping back game of Triple G has introduced into his boxing craft now, slipping him and catching him one, and your boy might hit the canvas, gloves touching, something like that. I see something tricky like that going on. There's got to be something that's going to edge Triple G, and he going to keep the edge in that fight, and he going to win it. Close, I say, by 3 rounds.
I think the first 6 rounds are going to be real hard to call. Real hard. It's going to be real hard to call, maybe 3-3, 4-2 either way. And then the last 3 rounds, just because of I think Golovkin's going to be hanging on. He's going to be hanging on because he would have got a lot of body attacks because Canelo's going to set most of his attacks around the body. He's the high up punch output that he's going to have to maintain, because one thing I will say is Canelo knows how to rest in fight, so he's not working 24/7. The issue with Bivol was making him reset every single time. Golovkin doesn't have that ability. So whereas Canelo can reset and recuperate, Golovkin ain't going to make him work when he wants to rest, because he's going to be thinking about preservation. He's going to be thinking about stamina. He's going to be thinking about damage limitation as well. And that's when it gets to the latter half of the fight, the youthful energy of Canelo, the body punches that has been landed on Golovkin, the high pressure that is going to be put on Golovkin from Canelo from the early parts of the fight is going to take his toll on Golovkin, and he's going to have to hang on. The last 4 rounds, I can see him losing all 4.
Well, you want to respond to that?
I mean, his breakdown seems clear and precise in his mind. I can't say he will be wrong about the older man tiring, but I foresee The late rounds is Canelo chasing to catch up on the card, being behind on the card, getting desperate. And again, going back to my scenario, catching something, he might stumble, like I said, glove touch, something like that. It's going to be something where it's going to be like, ooh, what happened? But it's going to be such in a way where it was just funny style, so it's not going to really hurt. It's not going to be a damaging shot.
If I'm Canelo, if I'm Golovkin, and this is one thing if I am Golovkin, and I will tell you, I believe if I was in Golovkin's corner, I can coach Golovkin to win this fight. The first 3 rounds, Golovkin has to win. He has to win. Because for someone who's psychologically coming off a loss, you have to put the foot of defeat back into their head. So they start getting.
Can I speak to that? Can I speak to that?
Go ahead.
Be first. In those first 3 rounds, you want to be first. Get out. Get out. Make him chase you, but not chase you around the ring, but just chase to get his shots off. Counter punching, where you're not expending a lot of combination energy, but getting 1 or 2 good shots in, making him pay. Tie-up game. Early in the fight, tie-up game. But you're still ahead.
Very true. Facts. Tie-up game. The reason why is because psychologically that will play a massive effect on Canelo, because he's a person who's, if he's down on the cards again, or if he even if he ain't, even if he feels like he's down on the cards, coming off a loss, you're just planting those little seeds. You're letting them get desperate. We saw Canelo get frustrated against Bivol. He got desperate against Bivol, and then eventually that affected his gas tank down the stretch. If Golovkin can input that thought of defeat into his head again early, like Blunt's saying, with the tie-up game, with being first, letting Canelo miss, letting Canelo chase you around the ring for a while, and you're 3 rounds up, 4 rounds up, and Canelo realizes he's behind the 8 ball, I think Golovkin can win the fight that way. I think Golovkin can win the fight that way, and that's the only way, and that's what I'll be telling Golovkin if I was in his corner. Listen, bro. The first 3 rounds, I want you to win it like it's the last 3 rounds. Think about it like it's the last 3 rounds. Do anything in your power to win the first 3. If you win the first 3, you're winning this fight.
Question for both of y'all, because it seemed like y'all both on the same page. I don't match Golovkin's name with clinch game and moving around and making somebody chasing. Are we asking him to do something that he's not capable of doing?
He can clinch.
Let me go, Shay. Let me go. When I say chase, I just mean get your space back. Make him work for his shots. Don't be right there. Like they say, taking a picture. You understand what I'm saying? Stepping back, hands up, obviously. But we don't know Canelo to throw a lot of overhands. So I don't think that'll be a problem. So he could just step back and just, like I said, make Canelo work, taking a step forward, reaching for his shots. Again, Triple G has introduced the counterpunch game. Kudos to his new trainer, who's probably helped him with that. So again, I'm just saying, you have to go off of the homework you've done to do the homework you need to do right now. And me doing that, I'm calling the underdog in this one, man. You got to sprinkle something on that, bro. You know what I mean? You might be missing out. You know what I'm saying? A quarter piece of turn into a nice dinner for you and the lady.
Golovkin's shown the tendency to clinch before. I don't think the clinch game will be much of a problem. He's shown the tendency to clinch before. You know, I think he clinched a few times.
He clinching with Derevianchenko when he got hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, if you look at
he clinched with Derevianchenko.
He really imposed his size in the Derevianchenko fight, bro. Especially in the latter half of that fight, he imposed his size massively. Like he was clinching, he was holding, he was pushing him to the back of the ropes. And you got to remember, Golovkin, if we're being honest, he's maybe a prime Golovkin. He's probably as physically strong as Canelo. Physically.
He's probably physically stronger than Canelo.
That's my point. So he could physically use his size.
But you're talking about somebody that's been a killer for most of his boxing career. Mm-hmm. So and Vlog explained it well. You explained it well. I'm just saying. But you're asking a killer to do these things.
But Jeff, I'm glad you brought that up. When you think about Eastern Europeans, and you think about clinch game, who's the first person you think of? Let's be honest.
European and clinching.
Clinch game and
Vlad.
okay.
Klitschko.
Who did he just get as his coach? Jonathan Banks.
I'm on mute. I said Klitschko. My bad. I was on mute.
Jonathan Banks was Klitschko's coach.
But
so
the thing is, yeah, I understood. But the thing is, though, that's something that you don't learn that in a camp. And it's hard to tell a killer to clinch. I didn't consider Klitschko a killer. He's a great fighter. I didn't consider him a killer though. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that's a lot to ask for a killer to do.
I'm not saying what you're saying. I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but
you're asking a lot.
Clinching. It's different to like teaching someone head movement or foot movement or footwork. Clinching is something that is coachable. It's not coachable in one camp, but it is coachable. It definitely is coachable. We've seen fighters who's not had the tendency to clinch or use their physical size to impose themselves. You know, we've seen fighters try and impose themselves and things like that. So I do think, I'm not saying to do it all the time. I'm just saying have that in your mind as something to use to nullify Canelo's attacks.
Listen, all it is, Jeff. It's a tool, and if you use that tool at the right time, it benefits you in a positive way.
Facts. That's what I'm gonna. That's a fact.
I'm gonna reserve my opinion on that. If he shows it to me on Saturday, then hey, he shows it.
So would you say he shouldn't do that, Jeff?
I'm not saying that he shouldn't. What I'm saying is he's not used to doing it. So if y'all don't see it, don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Don't be surprised if you don't see it. He should. But let me add this too. I didn't add this. Canelo actually shows Triple G a lot of respect. He's actually showed him a lot of respect in the first two fights. Even when he's aggressive, he thinks before he acts. So he don't throw as many body shots against Triple G than he does other fighters or other fights. If you notice, he doesn't counter Triple G's jab as much either. Even if Triple G throws a lazy one out there, he don't counter as much as he usually does. So there is a respect level. There is a respect level with that.
Another thing, Jeff, and I think we're all going to agree with this. If I was in Golovkin's corner, and I don't even know why I'm siding with Golovkin for this one, but I guess I am. If I was in Golovkin's corner, this were the instructions I'll be telling Golovkin also. You see when this dude goes and loads up to the body, load up on that straight right hand. Load up on it. Because Jeff will tell you, you don't want to trade body shots for headshots. And the one shot that Canelo throws all the way to the body is that left 45 shot to the body. He throws that all the time, that left 45 to the body all the time. If you load up with the straight right hand, not only would you be able to smother the work after you throw the punch, but if it lands, you're going to get his respect. Because you don't want to trade body shots for headshot. That's one thing you just don't want to do.
Right, but that's the one interesting element in the fight, though. Big shout out to Bruce, my guy, man, our guy. If you not subscribed to Bruce Gaz, Boxing, Jazz, and more, please subscribe, man. One of the best channels out there, man. Big shout out to the OG Bruce, man, for sure.
My bad. That was a good show yesterday. I could only get check him out for a few minutes, man, but I was in that chat for a few minutes. That was a good show.
Yeah, Bruce.
That rematch situation when they was talking about rematches, man.
Yeah, Bruce got a nice situation going on over there for sure. Like, I think that's the most interesting part of the fight, actually, because I think Canelo's best bet is to go to Triple G's body, because we know that Triple G, he can be hurt to the body. He can be hurt to the body, but it's like, how much are you willing to invest? Now, Derevianchenko, he went all out. He went all out. Like, he fully invested to the body. He took the 401k out, the whole nine. He invested in the body that whole fight. You know what I'm saying? And it paid dividends. He got knocked down in the fight, but it paid dividends. A lot of people felt like he won that fight. I do think that Canelo, not to that extent, but I do think Canelo's going to have to make a concerted effort to make an investment to the body in this fight. He's going to have to. Go ahead, Vlog. You got it.
What I was going to say to that is, like you said earlier, you're going to have to pay a price. And if again, no disrespect to the Derevianchenko fight, but that's not the fight that I'm going off of. That fight was almost 3 years ago. I'm going off of the Ramada fight. I'm going off of the work that you're doing with this new trainer. I'm going off the ability that you could still take a punch. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. So I'm counting on that, and I'm counting on you to be an intelligent, older fighter and not that quote unquote warrior style. You understand what I'm talking about? Because you want to win a chess match. You know what I mean? You don't want to win the battle. You want to win the war. So this is chess, not checkers. You understand what I'm talking about? So
that's a fact.
The one thing I will say though.
Sorry to cut you off, Blunt.
No, Murata is not a chess player. Like, let's make that clear. He's not a chess player at all.
No, but what?
Jeff, I'm not. It's not up to the opponent. It's up to my fighter to play chess. I don't care what the opponent's doing. It's up to me to play chess.
I gotta rebut that. Shane, I'm gonna let you go in a second. I gotta rebut that. Is a difference between if you're. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Go ahead, Shane.
What I was gonna say is, and this is what I was gonna say to agree with Blunt, is the sense that maybe the reason why Golovkin found a new trainer in Jonathan Banks is because of preservation, is because he feels like, well, I'm going up in age and I can no longer fight this Mexican style, this Abel Sanchez come forward style, and I need to invest in Jonathan Banks, who is historically known as a black trainer. He's historically known for being a tactician. You know, Klitschko got him in there, and he almost preserved Klitschko's career for obviously the fact that the clinch game, the back foot game, the technical aspects of the fight, he improved that side of Klitschko's game. And maybe Golovkin was trying to replicate that same thing in the sense of maybe this guy's going to add more life to my career, in the sense that here is a person who is going to get me boxing first, because I can't, as an elder statesman, can't continue this warrior style fighting style. Maybe that's why he done it.
And if you look at history, a lot of fighters, as they gotten older, have tried to change their style. The more athletic fighters couldn't depend on that. Now, if you're a slugger and a banger, you can probably switch things up to hold on, you know, another 3-4 fights or something of that nature, and you're kind of the, you know, in that elder statesman last few big fights as a superstar. You want to be smart in there, you know what I mean? You still want to be fan friendly, which obviously Triple G is, because his intelligence now is more what I'm looking for as a fan of boxing. You understand what I'm talking about? Because again, I actually, nobody's giving him credit for going on the road and doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the whole team. They went all the way to Japan. We gave all the kudos in the world to Haney and his team for going all the way to Australia and doing what they did. Come on, man. Triple G did the same thing. Then you got to go off the resume of what we got from Saul. Again, second to none, greatest European tour in history. I don't care if it's hockey, jazz, it could be a volleyball tour over there. Whatever tour European you can think of, he is on that list, second to the Beatles in world tours. So kudos to that. Kudos to that. I'm giving you mad credit for that. But I can only go off that's cupcakes. It's a lot of money, very expensive cupcakes. Okay, now I thought the suits came in and was like, yo, bro, you got to earn that in these next few fights. You got to earn that, Playboy. You got to earn that. We sent you across the street to get a bag. You got to earn that, bro. And I think this is problems. That's why he all this super hypey and all of that, trying to smack people and but you ain't doing that in the ring though, bro. You not killing people in the first 3-4 rounds. Your track down game stink. You depending on these other fighters to slip up, to get tired. You know what I mean? You throwing heavy body shots, but what you gonna pay for it? Clay Pant didn't make you pay. He never sat down. I think he sat down once or twice in that fight. Maybe twice. I give him twice he sat down. You know what I mean? But the pillow hands, they didn't phase the boy. I give him that. Yelderman, again, another out of his realm type of guy. He let the hype take him out the fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I can't, you talking about, bro, this dude resume is so. And now it's time to earn it. And Triple G gonna make him earn it, bro. These odds makers, these dudes be so far off, bro. It's hysterical. It's like they set one number so they could pay for the other number.
Percentage
You know
wise,
what I'm saying?
Percentage wise, what percentage do you give Golovkin, Jeff, and what percentage do you give Golovkin, Blunt?
To win the fight?
Yeah.
Are we talking the judges gonna be fair and square?
Yeah.
Or are we talking
Fair
in reality?
judges. Fair judges.
Fair judging. Fair judging. This is a 50-50 fight. It's fair judging. 50-50.
Wow. If it's the 50-50 fight, then we cannot begrudge Canelo's resume. We can't begrudge Canelo's resume because he's actually taken a good.
But I never said that I thought it was a bad fight. I just said I didn't want to see it.
Oh,
no, but there was people that were saying that he should have taken the PBC deal because it was better.
Can I explain why?
Who was on that PBC deal again? Who was on the PBC deal?
Benavidez Charlo.
I think
that's murderer's row, homie.
But I think
that's murderer's row.
But I think he'd have went 1-1, just like he might go 1-1 on this one.
He may go 1-1. I am not going to deny it. But if I'm setting the odds, this is an even fight. This is a 50-50 fight, bro. You're not giving this dude.
I know why they have Canelo as the favorite. I just think it's high. I think it's very high. They're acting like they haven't fought twice. That's my thing. They're acting like they haven't fought.
But can I give you some valid numbers?
I don't think.
Can I give? When people set odds, though, Shane, when people set odds, they do have the past counts. That's how the current numbers come into play. So when they look at the past, they look at him first getting a draw in the first fight and then winning the second fight. So he's up. So he should be the favorite based on just that history with this particular fighter. Okay, I can understand you saying that. But then you look at the nuances of those two fights, the numbers bring it closer. The numbers don't have it so far apart where if Triple G wins, it's such a big upset. Come on, bro.
Why do you think? I want to know, Jeff, mainly Jeff, because me and Jeff think the same. Why do you think a fight that happened, 3-4 years ago, has any effect on this fight here? I think the fight happened in 2018, so 4 years ago. Why do you think it? I don't think. I look at it completely different. I think what happened 4 years ago has nothing to do with what happened today.
I can answer that because Canelo hasn't changed offensively. Triple G hasn't changed offensively. The same strengths and weaknesses they had 3-4 years ago is the same strengths and weaknesses they got now.
I think Golovkin potentially has more weaknesses.
I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm saying their strengths and weaknesses are very similar to 3-4 years back.
Saying he has more weaknesses than he had 4 years ago.
But Canelo does as well.
But see, this is the
only difference is Canelo's younger.
Can I speak? Y'all, we talking about all these weaknesses. And one thing y'all never given an OG credit for is his intelligence. So as you get older, you know what happens? You actually get smarter and you move a lot better. You understand what I'm talking about? You feel me? I'm just trying to drop a gem on you real quick that could be used in everyday life, that can also be applied in this boxing match. Because Jeff, you just said his tendencies have been the same. I beg to differ. The last fight, he did not go toe-to-toe with Murata. And actually, that would have been the only way Murata would have had a chance to win. But he played chess with the dude that was trying to play checkers, and the boy that was trying to play checkers got himself stopped. That being the point, you have to judge the boxing that you saw from that compared to the boxing that we've seen from Saul. And one is better than the other. So if it's
Triple G has never been a wild fighter. He's always been intelligent. He's never been a wild fighter. Never. He's always been a boxer puncher.
What I mean by intelligence is now he's conservative. He's not so toe-to-toe, not staying in the pocket. He's moving. You've seen him moving in the mirror. He made Murata try to track him down, and he was making Murata pay for that. And then that got him to be able to step on the gas a little bit, because then Murata got defensive. He still got himself knocked out. That's being the point.
But the thing is, bro, he moved in the second Canelo fight, but nobody liked it. Nobody liked it because he was talking all that trash before the fight. He moved in the second Canelo fight. He moved
but
good
that's why people but I think he moved without the offense to support it.
Outside of the jab,
the difference.
Good point, because when Triple G moves,
it's me, baby.
See the jab. You only gonna see
it's
the
me,
jab.
baby. It's me, baby.
Let me get in these comments because it's getting a little thick.
Oh damn, my bad.
Michael Johnson, big shout out to you, bro. He said, "What it do?" Big shout out to you. That's family right there. He said, "I'm pretty sure Triple G feels he won both fights, so really all he needs is someone who will help him fix his mistakes." I guess you can look at it like that. But a lot of people the majority of the people felt like it's 1-1. The other people feel like Triple G won both of them. There's very few that thinks Canelo won both. Like, there's very few, even though it was a couple years ago, very few think Canelo won both fights. There's even Canelo fans that'll be like, yo, I think he lost that first one, or the first one might have been a draw. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Mike, you can definitely look at it that way. He said, and wasting time punching Bivol's arms all night. Yeah, I don't know what that was. But yeah, he was like aiming at Bivol's arms a lot. And I'm like, bro, that's not gonna work at 175, my guy. That's not gonna work at 175. He said, you know what? I'm gonna buy 3 lap dances and some wings and watch the fight for free. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. Big shout out to Michael Johnson, man. Go subscribe to his channel as well. Jake Banks in the building. Said shout out to the real OGs.
Can I actually finish off why I don't think the fights 4 years ago are going to play a part?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead.
So in my humble opinion, when you look at the fighter that Golovkin, again, for one, I feel like Canelo thoroughly improved. Can Canelo replicate what he done in the second fight? Yes. I think he still can. And I thought he won the second fight. Is Golovkin the same fighter as he was in the second fight? Yes. No. I think he's gone worse since then. So when you put all of those ingredients in the same pot, I feel like there's no way, judging off that last performance, I thought Canelo won that last fight 7-5, 8-4. I thought he won that last fight comfortably. So I can't see how Golovkin's going to improve over time when I haven't seen that improvement. I haven't seen it. And I've actually seen improvement in Canelo since the Golovkin fight. I've actually seen Canelo improve since the Golovkin fight. So
oh man, I love you, Shane. I love you. I guess you like, double platinum artists, you know what I mean, that are able to stay on tour for a long time and, sell out arenas and stuff that.
Bro. Did he not? He fought Danny Jacobs after that fight. He fought Kovalev after that fight. He fought who? He fought top fighters after that fight.
Okay, bro. I give you credit, bro. I'm not saying he didn't, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think the Derevianchenko was better than everybody on his resume, and that's three. That's three straight wars in a row that most dudes don't have in a 20-fight career. So, I can compare just that, and then going to Japan, winning the world title. You know what I mean? Going up in weight now, going after undisputed. I mean, there's a lot of things in Triple G's favor that edge him in my estimation. And again, I'm no expert. I'm no expert. Man, I'm just telling y'all why y'all should maybe, think about why he could win this, bro. Because all of these things factor. It's not just, again, Canelo throws body shots. Canelo. Saul ain't been looking great. He's had so-so competition. Kovalev probably had a couple beers as he was waiting on the fight because it took over an hour. Again, Yilderman, Callum Smith, to me, just didn't even try. So I can't give you credit when your opponent is not really even trying. So I guess a great victory. Caleb Plant, track star, bro. Look excellent. Should try out for Tennessee, State. You know what I mean? Maybe get on a relay team or something.
You heard me, Vlog?
Yeah, I heard you, nigga. I'm just
What
like,
did he
you
say?
feel
What did
me,
he
though?
say? What did he say?
He said he's a runner. He's a track star. He's out there like this. Bro. That boy's out there skating. He was like this. Man. And then he had the full-blown conversation. Come on, bro. No killers having conversations in the ring. No killers. I'm just saying. I can smudge that resume.
Let me. This is he said, Michael Johnson said, neither one is the same fighter. Now, I agree with that.
I think Canelo's better than he was 2 years ago or 4 years ago.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Can I say something real quick? This probably cat, but I think one of them sports books over there told Shane he better pump up Canelo Alvarez on this live. I think one of them that gave him a bag to make sure somebody laid that 550.
Bro, if I got a bag from one of them sports companies, I would have broken you guys off on something.
This is the one I want to get into. He said, only thing I seen improve with Canelo is his ability to take a L. Ouch. Shots fired by Michael Johnson. Shots. I got to get one of them sound boards where you can actually play a sound or something during the show. Like, I want to
do that. Just download it. They got them apps that you could just download. You got that big ass computer in front of you.
I gotta hook that up. I need that It's Me Baby on a soundboard so I can just
got to have that, man. Because I be going in, bro. I be making so many crucial key points that you can't do nothing but pull out your pen and pad, take some notes, go back, pull out your calculator, see what you can matriculate out the bank.
If Canelo wins, would you guys be surprised? If Canelo wins legitimately, would you give him credit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, always.
Absolutely.
Always.
Absolutely.
Always. I never discredited him. I look at the competition and what was going on.
You discredited him for his European tour.
I just said he was like a double platinum artist. That's credit. Like you going double platinum, man. You going all over the world, bro. Come on, bro. You selling shows out, pimpin'. That's big shit right there, man. I just credit.
Bro, the sarcasm is killing me, bro.
But the thing is, like, throughout Canelo's career, he's had enough tough fights to sprinkle in with the cupcake. So it's like, yeah, we get on him, but you look at his resume in its totality. You know what I'm saying? It's probably only maybe about 5 guys that he
I got a
hasn't.
question that none of you guys asked.
Okay.
Is there VAR testing?
It's undisputed. It has to be.
No, that's not necessarily the case.
When y'all just said that about Cambosis in them. Y'all said it's undisputed. It has to be.
Oh, who said that? I never said that.
I don't remember saying that.
I didn't
Man,
say that. I
know y'all said that about one of these fights.
Bro,
oh,
I don't even know if that's
Castano,
true.
it was somebody, bro. No, it was Valdez in them. It was Valdez. You was like,
no, that's obvious.
It's a unification.
That's obvious, bro.
No, but you said it was a unification.
Valdez was
No,
a
but
unification.
it was
That's because he's
unification.
just coming off a drug test.
Yeah, he's coming off of a drug test.
No, but y'all said it was not. It was a bit. It would have been testing even if it was a unification. Y'all said that. I think I'm gonna have to go back and find that
I didn't say that.
little clip. Shane, you might have said that.
Me?
I don't
go back. No,
or y'all read it in the chat. Somebody could have came out the chat. Don't quote me. I could be wrong. I ain't perfect.
It's been a while, so I don't know.
I don't know. I had to check the record books. Yeah, I had to check the record books.
Oh, Michael
but
said,
where's it at again? Where's it at? It's
Vegas.
But this their first fight in Vegas. I think it's gonna be. It's in Vegas, man. You know Vegas. They try to do it right, man. That's a lot. That's where the book's at, man. You know what I mean? Them dudes still gotta go to the parking lot. You know what I mean? They you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You got to come outside that joint at some point, bro. So things got to be fair and square though when you getting that close to the money. Now you could do a lot of moves when you far away from the money, but when you that close to the money, you know what I mean. Things got to be on the up and up, so to speak. That's all I'm saying.
When's Charlo's next fight, by the way? Big Charlo.
Charlo just got out of trouble, man. They just dropped the situation and they ain't gonna press no charges. So now I think Uncle Al and them can really concentrate.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't think we see him till next year, bro.
Yeah, I think that's about correct. But it's gonna take a couple months. They want to find the right guy.
He's the biggest waste of talent.
No, he's not. This is a setback, man. Fighters have setbacks, bro. You take it easy. Why you say
that, Shane? Why you say that?
If you think about it,
can I hold up before he answers? Let me tell you why he say that. Cause he colder than a hooker's heart, man. I mean, he just he don't got no. He just you cut like a knife, bro. You just like a brand new knife, fresh out the drawer. You took the package off of it, and you done cut yourself trying to bust it out and use it. So that's how Shane is, bro. This
dude is an extreme talent, but he hasn't had one historical fight, that one breakout fight that will put him in the history.
Who was that on?
But you can say that about Boots. You can say that about Boots.
But Boots is young. Boots is the same age as me, bro.
But who was that on?
Charlo only 31. That's not bad.
Only.
That's not bad. That ain't shit. Canelo 32. So come on now.
But if Canelo retires now, he can at least say he's been undisputed. He's fought Golovkin. He's fought big names.
And Charlo can say he reigned at middleweight champ. He can claim his thing.
But he hasn't
against whoever they put in front of him. Stop trying to steal this man's shine, and then you want to pump up a dude named Cinnamon.
He has the ability to be a Hall of Famer. If he retired right now, he will not be a Hall of Famer.
Can I ask this question? Is Shane? I guess Shane, this is for you. Is Charlo on the same level as Andre in terms of his resume, like being unfulfilling?
Yeah, both of them are.
What you think about that, Vlog?
I can agree with that, but I just hit the way Shane, you know what I mean, let the tea out the bag, so to speak. When he dropped his tea just boiling hot. He don't tell you blow it. You know what I'm saying? He just you know what I mean? He pour it right in cup and give it to you and put it in your mouth. I'm just saying, bro, don't be so harsh sometimes, young buck. I
yo,
I was gonna say something, but I'm not even gonna say it.
What? Go ahead and reply, bro. That's what we do. Shoot your shot,
You
man.
said you just take it out and put it right in the mouth. I'm like, bro.
That's how you supposed to do it. You put it right in their mouth, bro. That's what you do, man. You gonna have it. Shut your face. You gonna have it.
Yo, you know the thing that's
Depending on
funny,
who
yo.
you ask, bro, I ain't ever had no criticisms for that.
Yo, listen, I ain't laughed all day, man. I done had a hard day, bro. Like, I ain't laughed all day, but I'm coming in the crib. I'm like, yo, I know one of these motherfuckers gonna have me cracking up laughing today. I said, I don't know what I'm getting ready to walk into. Yo, y'all is fucking crazy, bro.
What I'm gonna say is, when it comes to that, I ain't ever had no criticisms, bro. I ain't ever had no criticisms.
Yo, Shane, crazy. Michael said Canelo didn't even try hard against Bivol. You know what, bro?
That's because he knew he was gonna lose.
Bro, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Let me put this back up here. I actually need to reread that. Canelo didn't even try hard enough against Bivol. So, bro, what you seen that night was a dude in the ring trying to figure it out, and he just couldn't. He just couldn't figure it out.
What does
he
Blunt
just couldn't
say?
figure it out.
When you come to the job with the wrong tools.
Yeah, like you gotta hold on. You got a power drill. You supposed to do drywall and shit. Like, you're like, what the hell? Like,
bro, you got the drill in your hand and you're thinking, how am I gonna figure this shit out?
It's like you know how your mom asked you to come cut the tree down, but he bought the butter knife. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, my dude. Like, you when he again, like Jeff said, he was trying to figure it out. You can't figure it out with the wrong tools, bro. It's just terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's we keep like giving Saul so much flack. When things like that don't work out, you kind of got to look and turn at the corner and the coaches. You see what I'm saying? The management for setting this fight up. You got to really look back at them. We can't keep throwing Saul under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I got to speak. Yeah, I mean,
well, we know the story. We know the story behind. I mean, we know the story behind that. I mean, they thought Bivol was a cupcake. They thought he was a sweet cupcake, and they was wrong. You know what I'm saying? They was hella wrong. Hold on. Canelo has the ability to rematch Bivol, but said no. Actually, to be honest with you, bro, it's a duck. That's a smart ass duck because he gonna get spanked again. I mean, I saw a dude who thought going through the motions, doing average would get him the win. I'm talking. Oh, you talking about against Bivol? So, bro, here's the thing, though. Like, I think he was so flustered in that fight, Mike, trying to get to the bottom of things. I think he just lost his way, bro. Like, you could tell he looked like somebody lost in there. Like, so the thing that comes natural to him is that upper body movement, and he was doing a lot of little small stuff, but you notice he never committed to nothing. He looked really low. I've never seen Canelo look lost since, to be honest with you, since the Lara fight. That's the last time I seen Canelo like lost. And, you know, I ain't seen him like that in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I think he's smart to stay away from Bivol, you know, because Bivol gonna turn around and do the same thing, probably even worse. You know what I mean? Because he got the tapes on him now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Mike. That's an interesting take. He was dominated so much in that fight, bro. I don't even know if he could have got the average. You know what I mean? He said, you could be right, but if you a so-called real warrior, when the going get tough, let them beaters go. No, listen, I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. The bad thing about the Canelo fight, and the reason why I know Bivol was that good, Canelo kept his hands in his pocket for most of the fight. He ain't really let them puppies go. And part of that is like, you trying to figure it out, or is it because Bivol's another person that added counterpunch into his game as well. And Vlog and I did a show, and before the Canelo fight, And Vlog pointed it out back then. He was like, yo, if you watch these clips, he's throwing a lot of counter shots, and Bibble's not known for his counter shots. That little half step back and that counter hook that he be throwing is very accurate. He doesn't get the credit for it. So when you think of Bibble, you thinking jab, right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like keeping it basic. But he actually got a counter punch game, and that's another thing that Canelo and them didn't factor into the equation. You know what I'm saying? But no, Mike, 100%. Canelo probably would have did better if he'd have just let his hands go and stopped thinking. You know what I mean? But I think he still would have lost.
I think also.
Can I say something to that? You gotta still throw the right punches though. You feel what I'm saying? I can understand letting your hands go, but if it's the wrong punch, it's worthless. It's useless. It's actually causing you because you're losing energy.
That's why I said I think he still would have lost. I think he still would have lost.
And he was getting tired real early in that fight as well.
Yeah, his gas tank was real low in that fight. He said, y'all see them silent agreements Canelo was getting caught on.
Facts.
Yeah, man. That's 100% facts, bro. He said now Vlog you can't. He said so now Vlog you can't say nothing. Hold on. Well, he was losing energy getting hit. No, that had something to do with it as well. Yeah, he was getting, bro. Which first round was worse, bro? I probably asked this before, but I'm gonna ask it again. Fuck it. Which round was worse, and the person got the round scored?
AB.
Canelo Bivol round 1 or AB or AB. What was that? AB. What was the dude name?
What's that dude name?
What's my man name?
Santiago.
Yeah, Santiago. Which first round was worse? AB.
I told you, bro. AB. I already said it before you said it.
What you think, Vlog?
But you know what we were saying though. And I gotta give kudos to you and Shane. Y'all was saying Canelo first 4, no matter what the fuck happened. Y'all was saying that. So I think AB because it was so unexpected. We thought, at least, this guy's going, get the benefit of the doubt. AB trying to prove something, really get the fans back and didn't. You know what I'm saying? Was out there looking sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like he had the.
So Broner's still the reigning. So Broner's still the reigning king of the first round. Okay. Michael Johnson, he said, no. He said, I meant when Vlog said, can I say something? I said, no, as a joke. Yo, when Vlog want to get his point across, he'd be like, yo, can I say something? I'm
just saying, y'all be barking out there, man. Yo, trying to get it in.
Bro, you get OG privileges, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's listen, man, it's been great points across the board. I can't really argue with anything Shane said or anything Vlog said, and Michael Johnson's had some good points as well, man. Like I guess we can kind of let's close it with this one from a betting perspective. Shane, I'll go with you first. Vlog, you follow up. Shane, do you think the odds is too high for Canelo? Do you think they're too high? And if so, how do you think it's real high? Or
I think it's too high, but I also feel like it's because they also know that Golovkin's gonna get stitched up. So even if it's close on the cards, bro, Canelo's winning that fight.
So all right. So if you're the odds maker, what would you say is what would you set it at?
210, 220,
220 minus 220
plus 220
for triple Golovkin,
G. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead, Vlog.
I'm just trying to tell you, these dudes are setting these numbers, and then they're gonna miss what a lot of the boxing people say are casuals. So 220 is okay, but if you want to still make sure you're getting something positive from your taking of these bets, I would have set it around minus 325. If you want to keep Canelo a favorite, probably like a plus 175, 185 for Triple G if you want to keep him as a respectable underdog. I think it's just disrespectful at 410, but it's so disrespectful I gotta take it because I did my homework on why I would take it.
But these guys, because the odds are so wide, bro, that just shows me even more that Canelo is not gonna give Golovkin a fair shake on those judges, bro.
Yeah, hold on. He said, hey, reach out to Jermaine Franklin for an interview. Shit, I'll reach out to him. Yeah, I'll definitely reach out to him. I'm looking for people to interview anyway. I got two locked up already. I ain't gonna say who. I'm trying to get the dates. I'm trying to get the dates and times in, and I'll definitely announce those when I get a date and a time. Vlog, you on mute, baby?
Yeah, my bad. They coming on the podcast, or you doing independent interviews?
Nah, they supposed to jump. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out now. I like to ask them, do they want to actually jump on the podcast or they want to pre-recorded joint? So that's what I'm trying to figure out with them right now. So
you can't do no pre-recorded joints, man, because they too censored, bro. But they gotta understand what we do is we don't ask them retarded ass questions over here. We like to talk boxing and things like that. So it'd be great for them to come on here. They gonna learn.
No, facts. Like, that's why I was saying, like, I gotta really, that's why we don't have that many interviews on here, because I really gotta prove these people before I get them the green light to come on, man. Because I'm like, we don't take no 10, 15-minute interviews. We don't take no bullshit. And just know, like, we don't edit nothing. So whatever come out your mouth is getting dropped. You know what I mean? Like, so I got to make sure the right people get on, and you know what I'm saying, and all that. But no, I'll definitely give Jermaine Franklin a call and see what he want to do. He said he ain't been in the ring due to some problems with his team, but he would get on. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. We all with it. Like, we just, bro, Mike, he's
a good fighter as well. It's annoying because America don't really have much heavyweights, and he was the prospect before Jared Anderson came out, correct. And then we didn't hear from him for a while.
Jermaine Franklin is a good fighter, man. I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm gonna reach out to my man from Philly too. What's my man that lost to Michael Coffey?
Damani Rock.
Darmani Rock. I'll reach out to him. It's a couple dudes I want to actually talk to. So Mike, I'm on that. Shane, remember that name for me, Jermaine Franklin.
Yeah, of course.
Hold on. Brennan Smith in the building. Big shout out to Brennan. He said, I want Triple G to win, but not buying is good though. No, I mean, do what you do. Like, Mike said he was gonna go get a couple lap dances and a plate of wings and watch it for free. So if you want to go to the strip club and get a plate of wings and watch it for free, then so be it.
I never thought that before.
Hey, to be honest though, bro, it's actually not a bad card. Not a bad card, bro. So if you did spend a couple coin on it, you're gonna get your entertainment.
They show fights in strip clubs.
Some of them, yeah. They show sporting events.
They charge extra cover though. That's all it is. That's how they get their money for it.
I've never been to a strip club in my life, and I actually don't want. Even when I went to Philadelphia, why someone's like, I shouldn't even have said this shit. Oh, I don't even know who watches these podcasts. This is just not. Let me just save that for another time. That's incriminating. I'm not even gonna finish my sentence. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, but that's the thing though. Like, they'll charge you extra at the door. But like, you can go into like certain like sports bars and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. I know that wasn't Shane thing. So I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't bring it up. I will say this
all the time, bro. I'm pro female, but I don't like strip club.
A vlog. I will say
you know what it is? Shane bringing the passion. You gotta hate what passion.
bro. I'm Steph Curry, bro. I'm Steph Curry. That's what I am, bro. I'm
Yo,
Steph Curry. I don't pass the
I,
ball around the D, bro. I'm going straight for the hole, bro. I'm Steph, bro. Shots, bro. I don't
yo,
play
I did.
throwing ones
Yo,
in the air and ain't getting no comeback, bro.
hey,
I
look,
want.
I knew Shane wasn't a fan of the strip club thing. So I didn't bring that, I didn't bring that. It didn't, they flailed on me, but I did have a little something lined up for him. I definitely had something lined up for him, and she ended up she got caught up. She got caught up, but I did have I had a nice little something he ain't had neither. Nice little nice little Spanish thing. You
You
know what I'm
know what's
saying?
so
We
amazing?
gonna have to go ahead.
Bro, I'm so young. I got so much time to go back to America. That's the funniest thing.
Bro. So I gotta, so the next time he comes, it's just gonna be completely
I
like
also
different
think
because things is
Jeff
crazy for
didn't
me.
believe me as well. When I said I was going to Philly, I felt like he believed me, but he didn't believe me. Next
No,
time he's gonna fully believe me.
I believe you. The thing was like that time it was just a lot of just like shit going on. So I'm like, now I'm at a point where
It
I'm
was
like something
COVID
like
times
that.
as well. That was
Yeah, and it was
COVID
like,
times as well.
so now I'm like, I could like literally like I can kind of like clear my schedule now and just it'll just be completely different. But yeah, oh man, I have to get yeah, I gotta get a photo, but it's somebody that I knew like from
Damn.
she's bad, bro, bad. Like, but we'll talk about that another time. He said, Mike said, Jeff is a hot mess, I tell you, but I can't say anything. Talking about Jermaine Franklin. No, that's cool. But you know what? Boxers go through a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit. And you know what? And it was a football player. Matter of fact, for Derek Carr, for the Raiders. He said the realest statement I heard probably in a while. He was just like, bro, he was just like, we got problems, we got issues, we got life stuff going on. He is like, bro, but when you an athlete and you in the public eye, he was like, nobody cares. He's like, nobody cares you got family issues. Nobody cares if you ain't feeling good. Nobody cares if you got this person over here messing with you and you distracted here and there. Nobody cares. They just want to see you perform under any and all circumstances. And I was like, yo, that's the realest shit. That's real.
why I tell y'all can't be late, bro. This is why y'all can't be late, bro. We trying to be professional. We trying to reach a different stratosphere.
This nigga is one of the most hypocritical dudes I know in my life.
I don't be late, bro. I don't be late, bro. I be
You
on
are
time.
one of the most unprofessional people I know, bro.
What are you talking about, bro? I ain't did nothing unprofessional, bro. I've been on time. I've not been using a profanity, things like that. My wordplay been real tricky because you know I be out here skating in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Bobbing and weaving. You did. I'm just saying, bro. Y'all gotta be on time, bro. We like an hour late today, bro. I'm just saying.
We was an hour late. Hold on, what time y'all
start?
start? What time y'all start?
Bro, I was
The
waiting
time
around
that
like the last whore on the block at 12 o'clock at night.
Yo, if we get on between 2:30 and 3 your time, I think that's good.
Man, it was like
Between 2:30
almost 4 o'clock before we got on here, bro.
This dude is
what time you start, Shane?
What time did you schedule it? Because we were here before the schedule. Whatever you scheduled
it for like I think I scheduled it for like something weird, like 5:50 or something like that.
Yeah,
weird.
we came in at that time, bro. It didn't go over.
Okay, so that's within the gap. Within the gap. Listen, Blunt, I'll tell you this though. I will give you complete access and I'll let you start on time if you want.
Bro, I be on time, bro. You know I be doing a lot of, man. Y'all said let's be
is throwing stones in a glass house right now, bro.
No,
you are
not,
throwing stones in a glass house.
No, bro. Hold up. Let me say this is from what y'all said as y'all had y'all conversation, then y'all brought it to the live. Y'all said, look, we got folks that's really smashing the pedal. Our consistency is a big part of the growth that we are expecting for ourselves as a team individuals, blah, blah, blah. I get that. So I'm like, yo, let's smash. I go try to do my thug this on Instagram. I've been hella busy, you know what I mean? Putting out the information, letting the folks know we do our homework. So we ain't over here talking cat, bro. We talking from a base of understanding and somewhat knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about we ain't just hollering into the microphone. So, I mean, talk to me. We gotta be just consistent, bro.
So I guess just to speak on that real quick, and for whoever's watching, so you're pretty much gonna get y'all gotta understand. I'm on the East Coast, Vlog is on the West Coast, Shane is in the UK. The time that we start vlogs time is 2:30, between 2:30 and 3. My time it'll be between 5:30 and 6. Shane's time it'll be between 11 and 11:30. So I will say this. What we have to do to get on this camera, there's not a lot of people that will be able to relate to what we have to go through to get on camera. A lot of people are by themselves and all that. So it's not easy. And to kind of piggyback off of what Vlog said, I'm really looking at that half-hour gap because it's the three of us. If it was just me by myself, that's something different. But like if we can get it in within that half-hour gap, just know if you're tuned into us, hold us to that standard. We got to be on within that half-hour gap. And I think that's fair. If we was all in the same city, that's something different. But we in 3 different time zones. So we try and over the past week or so, we
would probably have like a sit down show in like a studio or something.
Yeah, we would be in a studio somewhere. We was in the same city, like for sure. So I think
Shay, I agree with you only because we that nice with it, that we would deserve that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like we that nice with this boxing talk, bro. Like, yesterday's show was bonkers, bro. We never talked about legitimate, like just the concept of what a super fight is, bro. We the only people that can make that a whole show,
bro.
Like, you understand what I'm talking about?
We do that all week, bro. When you think about it, the things that we've spoken about as a collective in boxing, we can get any topic. Anybody in the comment section can give us one topic, and we can talk about it for at least 2 hours easy.
Yeah, no, that's 100% facts, man. Like and the thing that's crazy is like we have a thumbnail to get you in the door, but it's really an open table for whatever. You know what I'm saying? You on mute, baby.
Read that next comment, Jeff. That caught me off guard. I didn't even read.
Okay, I think that's why I was paused there for a second. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but Mike said, the one I go to got everything, the BBWs, the thick, slim, thick. Damn, they got midgets too. Yo,
hey, that's that $50 gang right there. $50 gang.
Bro, listen, yo, man, catch me.
Hey,
listen,
Blood will be in the strip club throwing quarters.
Yo, man, I've been in the strip club throwing quarters. Nigga, what you talking about, Bill? I done did it all.
I am pro midget. I'm down for the midget ladies. Y'all do y'all thing.
Wait. Can I ask you a question? Is that even legal to throw quarters in the strip club?
It's me, bro.
Bro, that chicks be getting hit like
I was just pushing them on the stage because they wasn't doing shit, bro. So I went up there with supporters that I had, and I just was like, "Oh, y'all bitches need to get busy. This is where y'all starting at. Like, what the fuck is going on in here?"
Yo, listen,
Off the wall by Michael Jackson. I was like, what the fuck is this? A go-go room or something, bro?
Yo, can I tell y'all the funniest thing I seen in the strip club, bro? Like the coin thing there, bro. That's funny, right? That's funny. So we had this hood spot, right? So it's only like 4 of them. We had this little hole in the wall spot, so it's like 4 Jones in there. So one of them was like thick, like super thick. So it's like 6 dudes like around this one chick. Bro, why my man pull out the EBT card? It went like this. I was crying, bro. I was crying. I took the EBT card, swiped it down ass, like
that is funny.
He looked at it and he was like, decline.
Terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible.
That is absolutely terrible, bro. Michael said, Shane talking about unprofessional. He said, man, sit up straight.
Bro, I'm tired of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Hey, he's been out there rapping all day.
Whoa. He said they saying Triple G signed a 6-fight contract. When that happened?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
That was from the beginning of the zone.
He said I read that Twitter comment wrong about Triple G 6-fight deal. My bad. That was back in the day, though, right? That was
That was when he first signed with the zone.
He said, "Hell no, you better not throw a quarter." No, hold on. Hey, Mike, he said he slid it on the stage. He said he just slid it.
Yeah, I don't know, quarter. I slid it because they was in the back by the mirrors and they was just doing like this. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like, it ain't packed in here, but goddamn, there's a few motherfuckers in here. They in here for a reason. Like, bitch, what I need some binoculars to see you bitches strip? Like, you know, get your worthless ass up here. I'm gonna start y'all out at these quarters. Y'all come to the front. It might start getting to some 1s and 5s. I don't know, but we gotta start at a base. I'm trying to get y'all away from the mirrors. It was like 3 of them, bro. This shit was terrible.
This guy's the funniest dude I ever know in my life. This guy's so funny.
Yo,
shit was terrible, bro. That's in Oakland, Cali too. That's an Oakland, Cali story, right?
This the only show where you gonna sit up here and talk about what's the super fight, and then talk about midgets sliding down the pole and shit, sliding.
All respect to the ladies, though. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, before I die, I know they got this COVID vaccination going on in America. Before I die, I need to meet Blunt, bro.
Yo, we're gonna link up. Like, seriously, like we gotta link up and like just do like a whole show.
Yeah,
like,
man, we need
wherever we at.
You know, Vegas, hit down south somewhere. We gotta definitely meet up, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be cool to come home, but I've been to Philly, so it's cool.
Yeah, we had the big. I don't know. We can Michael, where you at, bro? Hey, Mike, let me know if you in Texas or not.
Yeah, we supposed to fuck with Stay Ready. You know what I'm saying? We can meet
Texas might be the play. Texas might be the play. Shane ain't saying nothing like that, though.
Now, bro, Jeff told me before. He said when you go Texas, it's different.
Texas,
man. Oh, yes.
Texas,
Houston, yeah, and you know Houston, the hot boxing scene, entertainment scene, all that right now. So
I can imagine what, like, just thick,
bro. You gonna have to be Steph Curry with them,
bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna have to go in there at least at welterweight or middleweight, bro. Because right now I'm at feather and lightweight right now, bro. Them chicks be moving like flipping Gerald Miller. Like these chicks heavyweight, bro.
Put your ankle weights on. You know what I'm saying? Put your ankle weights on. Weigh you down. Hold on, baby.
I need to get on one of them Renoto packs, bro. One of those packs, like.
Yo, let me get these last couple of joints out of here.
Get up out of here, bro.
Hold on. He said my stripper friend said it ain't illegal to throw quarters, bro. The fact that you got a stripper on deck to ask that
Yeah,
question,
bro.
you next level with it, bro. You next level with it. Salute to you though. Yo, are
It-
you
Michael Johnson's one of them dudes go strip club and everybody knows him by his first name. Everybody knows him by his first name.
they be like Mike, you want the same order from last time? Them wings and fries?
Literally.
I bet. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Michael Johnson though. He said, I'm in Key West, but I was in Toledo. Key West.
Oh,
Okay. All right,
Key
fair
West,
enough.
that's Florida, correct?
Yeah, Florida. Fair enough. So we're gonna close this thing
I
out,
mean,
man.
Florida is another place, bro.
Florida, another one too. Yeah.
I ain't never been to Florida, so that'd be nice.
Oh, bro, I had
We
Shane
gotta make
already
it a
know.
once in a lifetime joint, like a bucket list thing. You know what I mean? We really gotta do it up there.
Shane already told Shane that story, bro. That man,
I
that's a
mean,
hot.
there's 50 states in America. I wouldn't want to travel to all 50, but there's certain states that I would want to travel to. Like Texas has to be one. Atlanta has to be one. Georgia is Georgia, isn't it? So Atlanta,
Yeah,
Georgia has to be one. Vegas, obviously. So
yeah, definitely. Vlog, any social media, bro?
Hit me up on the gram, man. We going monster on the gram. You know what I'm saying? Like extra big. You know what I mean? Giving you the numbers, these low key fights that you get $1 off of, bro. So you're getting the information, you get some tips. So follow me on the gram, boxing. Use the number 1 to replace the word, and just tap into this good information. Obviously, the channel. We going crazy on there, giving you some great tips, low key undercard fights that off the radar, but going to have the highlight reels cracking on YouTube and other little sites. So tap in with me, man.
Shane, give me social media, bro.
bro, I'm tripping. Cause I didn't hear one word Blunt said. That's how tired I am. But yeah, man. I'm Shane the number 1. Sorry,
Hey,
Blunt. I literally
yeah,
didn't hear one word you said. I'm tripping.
you good, man. I_am Shane the number 1 on Instagram, man. You can find me all over the place, man. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, G5FTV, the website, G5FTV.com. Please join the Boxing Prediction Fantasy League. Get your Triple G Canelo picks in. Get them in. We in the middle of season 3, man. I feel like it's gonna officially start October 15th. That's how I feel like. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be the pinnacle of the season, man, for sure.
It's gonna iron out. We're gonna see who know what they doing by the 15th. See, because we had a little hiccup. Nobody can really take the reins right now. So I think again by the 15th it'll iron out. We'll know who's who.
Facts. 100% facts, man. But yeah, we're gonna close this thing out, man. One more thing, man. Like I just want to let y'all know, the people that's watching and the people that don't be watching. I just want to let y'all know, like we officially in the algorithm now. Just want to let y'all know. I ain't gonna say, well, Shane, you know what's going on. Like we officially in the algorithm now, so that's why you seeing this consistency. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep this thing up and rolling. But it's not a given that you in the algorithm. But I know we're in the algorithm. I know for a fact we're in the algorithm. And also when this show goes on, bro, go on Vlog's channel too.
Bro, I don't
Jump
know
on
if you've
there
been
as well.
realizing the last 2 lives, especially yesterday's one, he got as much views on his platform as we got on ours. I checked
Yeah,
it. He
yeah,
got as much on his, so the views are being distributed evenly on all the platforms, like on Twitter and Facebook, and on
yeah.
Blunt's channel. It's like it's even. Like I think we got 50 something, he got 40 something or something like that. So it
Right.
was
It still
practically the
equals out
same.
to and it still equals out to basically triple digits, but we're pretty much at a high across the board. I know whenever I drop something on Twitter, it's over 1,000. There's over 1,000 every time I drop something on there. Uh YouTube has been going bananas. You know what I mean? I think we done found the hack for that. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the algorithm and all that. We're gonna keep that on the low though. You know what I'm saying? But man, this was a good one, man. Hour 50 minutes strong, man. Got my guys with me at all times, man. I don't know if we're gonna be talking about strippers or boxing or whatever, but we're gonna be on here talking about something. You know what I mean? So listen, on behalf of Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless, aka Mr. 1K. We got my man VP Shane, aka Ice Cold Shane, and your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka the Guru. On behalf of the staff, so a good one. See y'all tomorrow.